Peter Fury, and don't forget to subscribe to Porky's Corner, because I've been a helmet of the month and you need to listen to me. Yeah? So follow him, yeah? And get the fella some followers up, for Christ's sake. He wears his heart on his sleeves, the good man Russ. So follow Porky's Corner, he says it as it is, and you know, I appreciate the helmet of the month, Russ. No problem.
No problem, thank you very much.
You're welcome, mate.
Hello, you are, cuz. How are you doing? Russ here. Let's get straight down to it. I don't know what everybody thought about that lad showing off, carrying off outside that place. We're at a pub or a club. Julius Francis let him have a James Cagney, didn't he?
Stay there. There was no need. There was no need.
Did you see it? Timber! I hope Julius Francis don't get charged for that. I hope he don't get charged for it. Right, on to more pressing things now. On to more pressing things. Joseph Parker to Sky, what do you think to that? That's come out at blue, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's come out at blue. It's I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. He's done well, really, Parker, to get on at Sky, because any fight I've ever seen him in, apart from that last one, he's stunk arenas out, hasn't he? You know, he's the Amber Heard of boxing, isn't he? Stinking arenas out. No bedrooms. So good luck to Joseph Parker. I like his new style. I think he's a more exciting fighter. Good luck to him, because he was a bit dour before, wasn't he? And he's a bit wooden, isn't he? But he looks exciting now, so good luck to him. Be nice to see him get himself worked up at a presser instead of being a company man. So, what do I think about Ricky Hatton, or is it Hatton? I don't know, or Blobby, Mr. Blobby. We'll call him Mr. Blobby. Mr. Blobby fighting Barrera. Why don't Mr. Blobby concentrate on getting his son a better skill set instead of pinching wins, because he just, you know, because he's an Hatton, pinching wins on points that basically he lost. Why don't you spend your time training your son to be a better fighter? Because he looks garbage. He looks garbage. That's the bottom line. It looks like a gimmick. Well, you Hattons are not bothered. You just put your head in sand, keep the money coming in and batten up the archers. Paying lip service to fans, but taking a piss on them from a great eye. Who the fuck wants to see Ricky Hatton fight a bantamweight, blown up bantamweight? Nobody wants to see it. Piss off, carry on your life as a trainer. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to see you. Your ego's out of control, you little fat fucker. Go on, fuck off. I don't even like you. I enjoyed that fight at weekend, Davis against Leach. Good fight, that. I think Davis won, didn't he? But I thought that was a good fight, but the rest of it was garbage, wasn't it? Richard Rakporte, he's a freakish puncher, isn't he? But he's 33, his next birthday. He needs to get a move on now, doesn't he? Is he best cruiserweight? No, I think Okolie is best cruiserweight, in my opinion. He's not the most exciting, although I have seen him in a couple of exciting fights, but he's not the most exciting. I think he's got the style to beat everybody at cruiserweight. Did I touch my nose then and go like that? Yeah. Maybe I might be back on cocaine. What do you think, trolls? Hey, emailing here telling people I take cocaine. Am I allowed to go like that with my mouth now in a minute? Does that mean I'm gaining? Fucking unbelievable. People need to concentrate on the boxing and not what I say and do. I'm only fucking winding you up. Robert McCracken. Well, he's not with AJ no more, is he? But he's got 2 gold medalists under his wing, and he from EIS. Is he up there plucking them? Is he the one that's plucking the ones that he wants? I don't know, but should that be allowed to go on? I don't know. I like Robert McCracken. We Froch from day one. I remember Robert McCracken when he used to live with Carl Froch in bedrooms of up Lennox Lewis College in Clapton, is it? Clapton. You know, obviously Robert's come a long way, hasn't he? But you don't see him shouting his mouth on social media, but he's on his third Olympic gold medalist. So he's not daft, is he? But I want to know, and I'm asking the authorities, whoever they may be, why we can have a lottery funded, big, massive building with Olympic athletes in it, and the main man in there training pros there as well. I don't get that. Is that a level playing field for everybody else, even though Robert McCracken's a nice fella? Is that right for everybody else? No, it fucking ain't. So I don't agree with it. Yeah. AJ to DAZN, why has he gone there? We don't know. Could it be that Sky wanted him to sign something to say he's nothing to do with MTK for their books? We don't know. But what I do know is that people are saying that, I don't know if this is true, I've heard Terry mention on his pod, isn't 258 management want that something to do with MTK before Joshua? Don't know if that's true, I've only heard it on Terry's. You'd have to have a look at that yourself. So it is what it is, isn't it? What do I think of Fury saying that he's going to fight Usyk Joshua winner on December 17th? Look, Fury retires on a Monday and he comes back on a Tuesday. He's saying he's bipolar, he's got mental health issues and all that, but he's got a driving license, hasn't he? I know. According to guidelines, if you start coming out with things like that, you're not allowed to drive, are you? I know, he seems to be driving about all right. So I'm wondering if he has got mental health issues, or if he gets pulled up on it, he just, oh, we're just saying it for PR. Just saying it to keep his names out there. Stop lying. Start telling the truth once in a while. You're not going to leave 100 million on the table if there's an easy fight versus the big weightlifter, because it'd be like having a sparring session with Big Shane, your brother, wouldn't it, Tyson? So Fury, I expect him to be fighting winner because he likes a pound note. And why not? They treat him like a dog when he beat Vladimir, didn't they? Establishment. So it is what it is, isn't it? Well, it is what it isn't. So I see Wally Downs Jr. from the Sun newspaper. He seems to be Matchroom's little go-to guy, doesn't he now? Whenever you see a story in the Sun newspaper, I found 5 now in last year. Well, have a look at him. Wally Downs Jr. I think his dad used to play for Wimbledon, did he, with Vinnie Jones? Well, Wally Downs Jr., he seems to be the spokesman now for Matchroom. A bit like Spencer Feeder was for MTK. Although we don't hear from him now, do we, Spencer? Michael Benson saying Fury's in talks to fight in Saudi. Of course he's going to be. He's not going to let that go, is he? Not going to leave that money on the table. What would Marvin Hagler have made about all this, though? Hey? Dave Allen's saying he wants big fights now. He don't want to be fighting dossers. There 2 dossers on a Dennis show, or whatever shows he's been on. There's two dossers, and he don't want to be telling tickets. He wants to be an opponent now. Oh, now the mighty have fallen. Them people should have been a little bit nice to people on the way up. They're getting loads of opportunities, wouldn't they? My argument is this: Dave Allen, you wasted your talent. Give it up now as a bad job, or knuckle down. If you can get up in the morning for 7 days and train your arse off, running in the morning, training all day, strength and conditioning, sparring, weights, all that carry on, and then a walk at night and eat correctly. If you can do that for 7 days, Dave Allen, and not miss a session, you've still got it. If you can't, and there's a session where you don't fancy it, get out of boxing because you'll get hurt. You're already talking like Riddick Bowe. Can't get any worse for Dave though, can it? I mean, well, it can it? I suppose. Could be fighting on a Dennis show on a ticket deal. Imagine that. Okay, no. But how many fights have been cancelled for Dave now with Dennis? Is that 4 or 5? That's like that's a bit like government, isn't it? You know, saying they're going to sort prison service out now. When I was 21-year-old, there were 35,000 in. Now I'm nearly 52 now, so 4 or 30 odd year, there's 100,000 in. So something's not working, isn't there? It's a bit like with Dennis's brochure that he sold Dave. Dave should be looking at that now and going, it's not like it said in brochure. Something's not working. It's like driving a car. We head gasket or head rattling its bollocks off or somewhere. You know, you need light coming on dash. You mean it's come on for a reason. Now, when them warning lights come on dash on your car, this is a good one. You know when a warning light comes on, yes, so I go down motorway and I'm like, fucking hell, just ran over something at 80. Oh, lights come on. Oh, tires going down. Oh, we need to get to a phone box, get ring. It's come on for a reason, and it's telling you something. Now that's like working with a boxing promoter, isn't it? You're working with a boxing promoter. A lot of the time you sat at a computer or you sat chatting bollocks or on your phone or drinking smoothies or coffee. And when the chat's that much shit to you, warning lights come up, go off in your head, don't they? You think that sounded like a load of bollocks, isn't it? Fucking hell. What? They're putting that fight on? What a load of shit. They are warning signals in your brain. That's like driving down a car and a light coming on saying you need petrol, oil, or your tyre pressure sensors fucking going off, like they do on Mercs. Whoever invented tyre pressure, tyre sensor signals, it's just so they can get 100 quid off you or 40 quid to plug the thing in to tell you what's wrong with it. But warning lights come on for a reason. Dave Allen, warning lights. Dennis, give it up. Go get a job. Go get it in scrapyard, Dennis. That'll be a first. You what? Don't you be fucking here, Wiggin. Driving off in your fancy roller. Here, Ash. I wasn't looking after on that Audi. I wasn't looking after on that Audi. Yeah, I want it for free. Right. So basically, I think Dave just needs to knuckle down. I mean, look, Dave, I know you're watching this, or some of them little weirdos that you knock about a little bit. Take my advice. Just try and train your hardest for 7 days and see if you can do it. If you can't do 7 days, you're never going to do a 10-week camp, are you? It's no good just turning up and putting tweets out or whatever you're on, saying, yeah, I'm training my bollocks off, stronger, faster, quicker, best camp ever. And then turning up and going through motions as you normally do. Just get and get one last go. You're 30-year-old. Not in the world. Don't waste your talent. We spoke about McCracken and AJ split. What do I think about it? I said, this is how I look at it. Fighters who keep changing trainers are dicks. You win with your trainer, you lose with your trainer. You go through all that with your trainer, then you just toss them away because you've been beat. I'd rather you have a go at the matchmaker. But Tyson Fury played a blinder though, didn't he? Letting up Joshua fight Usyk because they knew that he didn't have skill set to beat him. So we spoke, did we speak about Macklin being at Sky? Matthew Macklin, MTK, you know, he founded the company MTK, they were MGM, then they changed it to MTK. Founded it, whatever, and sold it and all that. Admits his kin of hands, mate, all that. Why is he still at Sky? I don't know, but everybody else was having to sign waivers and all this and admit this and bring bank statements in for that. And it's a right carry on it. Who's boxing's best pundit? I think Paulie Malignaggi's best pundit all over the world. I think he's the best. He tells it straight. Although, if he lived around here and he were like a mate of mine, I could see me and him probably falling out a lot of times, probably every fucking day. But I think he's a good. Pundit. Daniel Dubois. I think he's been navigated through choppy waters. I think he's a bit fragile at the moment, but he's a WBA regular champion now. He needs to thank Frank Warren because Frank's done him well to get him in position there, hasn't he? But will Daniel Dubois be known as the Ugly Sisters? You know, when he's mentioned in the same breath as, you know, Usyk, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Wilder, and Dubois. Will he be mentioned in them? Will he be like the Ugly Sister of that bunch? I don't know, because he's going to be putting mixed now, like they kept putting Marius Wacking, didn't they, or Char or whatever when they were competing at that level. They kept slipping them in. So will Dubois be known as that guy? I don't know, but I'd like to see Yui in with Dubois. I'm good to Yui's pulled out. I could easily play these voice sex off his dad, but I'm not. But Yui's not very well. If you're not very well and you're overtrained, then your fight's going to be put back. What's the problem with it? Why do people feel that they need to abuse me in emails? Because I know Yui and his dad. Oh, well, abuse Porky. Yui's not very well. He's been in ad tests and that. It's all above board, and that Sky know about it, and the fight's getting put back. That's it. Things like that happen. He's 27, got off his case. So there isn't really much else to shout about, is there? That's why they're abusing me this morning. And, you know, it's not right that I can't abuse people back in comments. But I can say what I want in emails, but if I do it in comment section, we get into trouble, don't we? So if you're going to keep these these comment sections coming, try and be a bit smarter. Because if you're going to put abuse on, it just won't go up. It'll just come to hell for reviews. Keep putting them swearing words in. Idiots. Eddie Hearn saying he's down to 16 stone. Eddie, if you're down to 16 stone, why don't you have a fight with my man Max? Eh?
Could I ask, why are you and Eddie not in a good spot right now?
It's very different people, man. Like, we're just like, you know, part of it is just, I don't think, a little bit like oil and water. Honestly, we're just very different people. And a lot of it is like, I'm not, you know, it's easy to be a good guy when you're sort of struggling and you need friends. And it's harder to be a good guy when you're spending other people's money and sitting on the top of a sort of an ivory tower and earning. I mean, look, this guy has the benefit of making crazy amounts of money while his partner streaming service has lost billions in recent years. And he still has the kind of deal that allows him to thrive, even if the partner he has isn't so much thriving. And it's very difficult. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's totally a closed shop at the Zone. It's not. I'm not saying that. It's mostly a closed shop. And Eddie is absolutely the king of the Zone boxing, the face of it, the king of it. It's his little empire. Harder to be a good guy when you're controlling your own little empire. And honestly, I don't think he does such a great job at that. I think, and I also think that he's very, very interested in building it's about his face, his brand. I mean, dude, just go and look at face-ups of fights. And fucking, honestly, the fighter looks like a little fucking dot on each side, and there's Eddie in the middle. And, it's reminiscent to me a little bit of how Don King promoted at the top of his game in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, where, he correctly believed that he was a bigger star than most of his fighters. And I think if you go to Eddie's persona as an influencer, too, his status as an influencer and his ability to dominate boxing press in the UK, it's very much about him being a bigger star than Eddie's got his thing with his own. Honestly, there's a reason you said Ellerby and whatever. It's everyone with Eddie a little bit, because Eddie's not a great winner, and he's not a very easy person to do business with. He's he understands the in effect sort of monopoly. It's not a monopoly, but the situation he has where if you want on to the DAZN platform, it flows through him, and he takes every advantage of it, and he's a bit of a bully, and not so easy to work with if you're on the other side of a street or not in his corporate sphere. So, Eddie spent an entire week, he had other fights going on, shitting all over, worrying about Devin Haney. Well, sorry, if you and DAZN put up the right situation, Devin Haney would have stayed there. Devin Haney went to the better opportunity. Devin Haney didn't do a deal with me and Aaron because it was a worse deal for him. And now he's sitting there as undisputed champion. But how many? I don't sit there and talk about Golden Boy's business. I don't sit there and talk about Eddie's business or Aaron's business. I worry about my business and the fighters I'm working with. I worry about the sport and the more.
So I think Max flies to Prague tonight. Max, you fucking wrong. And when do you fly to Prague for that fight? We'll come back to that. Joshua and Usyk August. I don't think it happens in August. Chisora against Pulev. Okay, who wants to see that? They're pushing 40 out. They're shot to pieces, pair of them. Give me strength. So, what are they calling it? Total carnage, total garbage. Border Wardley against Gorman. That's a good fight. I like to see that. Eddie's saying he's getting down to 16 stone and that he fights on 31st of December in America. Eddie Hearn, 31st of December, fighting in America on DAZN. Right, who's he going to fight? Well, he'd love to fight Jake Paul, wouldn't he? For the simple reason, Eddie's not bothered about embarrassing himself for millions, is he? Because he's that type of kid, isn't he? The mindset's about money. They don't think about anything else. That's all they're bothered about. Why is Ross the Boss calling out Jake Paul? Ross Birkinshaw, you little weasel. Why are you calling out Jake Paul? You're a fucking bantamweight, flyweight. Why would you be calling out a cruiserweight, you little goonie? Fucking hell. I hope Dennis. I hope Porky Ross. She's not with me now. I've left her. Fucking Ross. Why would you call out a cruiserweight? Go get a fucking job, you little melt. Eubank against Alan Caniluli, or whoever he is. Okay, now I bet Calistowell is pulling his fucking hair out with him, Eubank. Boris Johnson billboard, Russell. I must have been having a heavy session last night. I wrote down Boris Johnson billboard. Does anybody want me to embarrass Boris Johnson on a billboard? We've still got a couple paid on. Should we embarrass them and waste some money? Porky's Corner is calling out Boris Johnson for the fuel crisis. What do you think? Well, it's stupid putting that up. Somebody needs to make a stand, don't they? Maybe I should do a video on this. I don't know. I'm capable of anything, me, aren't I? Chris Conger. What do I think to Chris Conger? I like him. I'd like to see him fight Conor Benn. What I think has he just won WB International? I think he has, hasn't he? Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we've got. What about Dylan White against Daniel Dubois? Dylan White gets it, makes he couldn't even pick a belt up, doesn't he? Right. Yeah, listen, this is a good one, this. Let me just show this here. second. Right. This is a funny one, this. Somebody told me yesterday. I just fuck off. He goes, no, it's true. Apparently, John Fury took a fit bird out. John Fury taking a fit woman out. I can't imagine him even being in company of a woman. He's like a Neanderthal dinosaurus, old school type guy. You could never imagine Big JF on a date with somebody, could you? Owning a door for a lady. I really took a fit bird out though. Big John Fury in the ring or on the arm. Wow. We don't know what's been going on there. Good luck to John. And Ben Davidson's not happy with Weapon at Week. Ben Davidson, you know what you can do, don't you, mate? No. Walking around with a side ponytail. Get a grip of yourself, man. So, South Yorkshire packaging. I've got 2 horses running on Saturday. Red Car, the good odds, Triple Glory, and Texas Man. The gallop times are good and they're worth a bet, but whether they win or not, that's not up to me, is it? It's up to jockey, innit, and how hard he cracks that whip. But that's about it, really. I thought David Price and Crawler did all right at weekend. So I was a bit disappointed that Frank Warren didn't turn up at Miami to watch his charge. Daniel Dubois, who he's had from debut. What's all that about, Frank? But then again, I never heard Frank saying it was a world title. He kept saying it is what it is. That's because he won't go into it. But if Frank had been good, it'd been a bona fide freaking world title, man. It'd have been pound for pound. So O'Hara Davis and Archie Sharp are going to fight on Mark Bateson's show in a couple of days, June 18th. It's 2 days away. So O'Hara's keeping active, isn't he? Good luck to O'Hara Davis. I like him. I like Archie Sharp. Archie Sharp, he's got a nice style, but he needs to get a move on, doesn't he? They should have been on the Wembley show. That's what they should have been. But Fury and Frank didn't want to pay, didn't they? Because it already sold out. So why are we putting good cards on? We might as well pay shit. Yeah, if you're going to pay peanuts, you get monkeys, don't you? Like Isaac Lowe, they put him on, didn't they? You know what I mean? B.D. O'Reilly won at weekend. Good luck to him. Good luck to Russ Gerrard and B.D. O'Reilly's dad, Derek, they're doing well. Brown against Chelly were a good fight. Oh, this is what it is, isn't it? Oh. This is what it is. But, 1:45. I go for 4 fucking hours. Kevin, I know you're watching. I can see millions of them pizza boxes on pallet. There's millions of them. Let me see if I can get a camera for you. Can you see them? Yeah, look at these here. Look at this lot here. Can you see them lot? There's some at bottom as well. I hope I'm not on them. I'm not putting them right. I'm only joking. You can do them, Ellen. Right. I think that's about it, really. That's about it, really. I hope Liam Cameron's all right. I hope you're watching, Liam. Try and get into some bit of training or something, Liam. Just keep ticking over. You can fight now, but get some timber off and make your comeback, kid. Make a comeback, all right. But okie doke. All right, somebody said, I'm just going to show you this before we finish. Will you send me this? No. Oh, you've all seen it anyway, that Julius Francis thing. Just a straight one puncher. But that's about it. Does anybody know what's happening with Cash Ali? Nobody seems to know what he's doing these days. Cash, come see me. I got milk, baby. Right, that's about it. Okie doke. All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. And as I said earlier, Huey Fury's not very well at the moment and his fight's getting put back. That's it. Not going to be abusing me, is it? All right. Peace out.
Pop, pop, bang!